Years old and I'm a freshman at Cumberland University. I have an assignment for my FSL project to interview my academic advisor, Stuart Harris. So I'm really looking forward to presenting what I learned from my interview. Today I have my interview with Dr. Harris. I'm really looking forward to this interview since I know Dr. Harris outside of Cumberland University, and I actually knew him as a father of a swimmer before I knew him as a teacher. So I'm really looking forward to that. I want to learn more about his life outside of Cumberland, what he likes to do, what books he likes to read, what hobbies he has. I also want to learn about his transition from high school to college and what lessons he learned from mistakes he made, and I want to learn about what advice he was given. I asked Dr. Harris was, where did you go to college? Dr. Harris went to Belmont University, transferred to Tennessee Tech, and then transferred back to Belmont University. He got his teaching degree at MTSU later on in life. The next question that I asked was, when did you decide to become a teacher and why? When he was at Tennessee Tech, he was actually studying to be an engineer, and as he was taking his classes, he realized that he wasn't really enjoying them, and maybe being an engineer just wasn't really the thing for him. So he transferred back to Belmont University and started to focus on English and math. When I asked him why he specifically chose English to teach for college, he said that English had always been one of his favorite subjects, and one of his professors, James Robson, at Belmont University, really inspired him to become a teacher. I asked him why he chose to teach at a college level, and his answer was he'd always wanted to teach at a college level. He taught high school for 11 years at a high school in Hendersonville, and he just kind of knew deep down that he wanted to teach college. So when he was offered a job at Cumberland University, he took it, and he was extremely glad that he was offered that opportunity for two reasons. One, it was a job, and two, he didn't have to move. My next question was, were there any mistakes that you made in your freshman year that you feel like you could have avoided if someone had given you advice that you later learned from your mistakes? He told me that his freshman year of college, he spent a lot of time in the library studying and not very much time branching out and getting to know other people on campus. Part of college life is actually branching out and meeting new people. So he said that he wished that he had branched out more instead of kind of hiding out in the library. Was there any advice that you would give to a freshman at Cumberland University? His advice was extremely simple. Go to class, do your reading, and enjoy being on an academic environment. He stressed these points a great deal because we're extremely fortunate to be on a college campus like Cumberland University. A lot of kids don't really get the chance to go to college, so we're very fortunate. I also asked him, would you suggest to a student to come in to Cumberland University with a declared major or undecided? And he told me that it really depends on the person because most people change their majors, but the best thing to do is to get your core classes down and to keep an open mind. Next, I kind of asked a little bit about his personal life. I asked him what his hobbies were, and he said in high school he loved playing basketball, and he played it backyard style. He also liked math contests. When he was in college, he did intramural basketball. He said he team was not very good, but they had a lot of fun. And now his hobbies are reading, detective novels, writing, a little bit of everything, and watching swim meets. I asked him what he wanted to be when he was a kid. I said, what did you want to be when you were a kid? What did you want to do when you grew up? And he said, a pro baseball player, a world chess champ, and a basketball coach. I thought it was kind of neat. He had one sibling, a brother that was 2.5 years old, younger than him, so he was the oldest. I asked him, why did he decide to adopt from China? He decided to adopt from China because he and his wife always wanted to have a child, and they were going to adopt from America, but they'd seen several people go through heartbreak because of the fact that a child was taken away from them last second. I think it was really neat to be able to interview Dr. Harris, and I really enjoyed getting to learn more about him. I spent a really long time in his office after the interview just kind of talking to him, and I really, really enjoyed this assignment.